Good game. Good game.
Looks like a red rift. What's a decree of annihilation?
Decree of annihilation probably destroys all artifacts, creatures, and lands, maybe? I don't know. I just get so upset when my deck works flawlessly when the camera's not on. And then as soon as we turn it on, it's like, what? Land? 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 The fuck are instants and sorceries? Lands, right? You want lands.
Oh, man.
All everything. Exile all artifacts, creatures, and lands from the battlefield. All cards from all graveyards and all cards in all hands.
Oh, jeez.
So just specifically not planeswalkers.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or enchantments, because obviously red can't deal with enchantments.
Yeah, I was going to say, because the card was printed before. Oh, that's just it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Jockle Hops with a fucking Jace the Mind Sculptor in play. What's that? I get to look at the top card of your library for the rest of the game? Make sure that you don't see a land? Cool. Oof, should not have been stepping on my foot like that. Now my ankle hurts. But that's okay. Come on, guys. Like a good game. We know you can have them. I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
I've had 9 Krarks in play at a time.
Hey, that's a pretty good, like, I think his debut worked out pretty well, so there's video evidence.
He did work really fast for the first couple of weeks.
I love how it's 2, but you refer to it as he.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's just a Krark. Just a lot of them. Sakashima doesn't even keep his name, does it? Except it has Sakashima of 1,000 faces, other abilities. Yep.
Yeah, he puts on your face, but keeps a name tag that says, "Hello, my name is Sakashima."
Well, the other Sakashima does.
Oh, okay.
The other Sakashima enters the battlefield as a copy of any other creature, except its name is Sakashima, and it has its other abilities.
You know that, like, amazing legendary video that's just FYI, I am a spy?
Mm-hmm.
FYI, I am Sakashima.
Yeah, I have Sakashima. But it actually makes sense.
Yeah.
Because, like, here's my Niv Mizzet. He's legendary. So when I play a Sakashima, Sakashima is also legendary, and they don't have the same name. So any other clone effect you would have to sacrifice for copying your commander.
I played this hand. I pitch Cold Storage, Spark Double, Beacon of Unrest.
Beacon of Unrest is such a hard pitch.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I'm going to cast my commander eventually, and I run Sheoldred.
Yeah.
All right, guys. About to give this hand 2 thumbs up. Sorry, Krark.
Oh. Should be back.
Oh, no. 12 lands on a turn, and then you draw a land?
Yeah. Oh, man.
Nothing is worse.
I reveal Leyland of Anticipation from my opening hand.
I pitch all those cards. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Does Twitch have a list of what accounts are Twitch bots? Probably not.
I don't know. Well, let's hope this hand doesn't suck. Oof. Faith's Reward. Is that the one from the Commander Legends? There's that white card that I opened. Maybe it wasn't in Commander Legends. Maybe it was in something else. But there's one that says, like, whenever a creature you control dies, you exile it, and then at the end of your turn, if you have no creatures in play, you put all creatures from exiled with that card onto the battlefield.
Oh, cool. Oh, guys, we didn't ask, but, like, I assume it's fine. How's the audio quality? Because I'm, because last time it was, what you call it? Yeah, it's fast.
Last time I moved the microphone.
No, last time I said, okay, use the microphone. And OBS said, okay, do you want to use USB microphone? And I said, yes. And turns out these cameras say, oh, yeah, we're USB microphone. No, you are
Oh.
USB webcam.
Yeah.
So,
But we have a microphone. So.
yeah.
You know that phrase, it's not a microphone?
We all would have told you if it was bad. I don't know, man. We got like hours in last time before you guys were like, "What is wrong with the audio?" That's fine.
Common Tower.
Nice.
Your turn.
Underground Sea and single.
What a draw. What a draw. Kirk. It's your turn. Savior of the universe.
It just says it was hours late. That's why. Fetid Pools enters tapped. Sego.
He saved every one of us. Bum, 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 bum.
Man, I remember when
Milestone.
YTMND was like, okay, guys, we got synchron. We've upgraded our technology. Now the audio and video are synced using Flash. Wonder what they're up to nowadays.
I play a hidden strings. You may tap or untap target permanent. Then you may tap or untap another target permanent. Heads. Comes back to my hand. I swing for 2.
I'll take 2 Quark.
Nice. Bum, bum, bum.
Takes a turn.
Your turn. I wonder what they're doing right now.
Interesting.
Oh,
Tramp?
thank you. It's also because the microphone's on the table.
Yeah. Well, and we're using the right one. Okay. Sego.
Yeah, but I'm
Oh, okay.
tapping my fingers and he says they've got bass.
Oh, okay.
And if you know me, I am all about that bass. About that bass. No treble. All about that face, about that face. Sakashima. You've got 3 mana up.
I do. And a ley line of anticipation.
It's your turn.
End of your turn.
No.
Demonic Tutor.
Okay.
Problem is, I don't actually know what I want to search for.
Bum, 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 bum.
I mean,
Welcome to Alex Goangus's Braid of Fireside Chat.
right.
This search brought to you by a demonic tutor. This is the part of the show where Adam goes through his entire deck finding a card that he doesn't know what he wants yet.
I apologize. I know. I need to like make notes that are like, here are your tutor targets.
No worries, man. I usually only ever tutor for an Urborg, Cabal Coffers, depending on which one I have, or an answer to a problem I have on the board.
Yeah, I know, right?
So how are you guys all at home? This is the part of the show where we get to get intimate with our viewers.
Don't do that. It's against Twitch terms of service.
Welcome to a Braid of Fireside Chat, where we get to be intimate.
I mean, all right. Was it?
What was it? The next card?
It was second. Okay.
I love
No,
when
no,
that
you don't
happens.
understand. One was one and the other was the other. As my next 2.
Hilarious.
So I have to shuffle the other one far away.
He had to take his helmet off, for his target was far away.
His warrior panties were crunchy. Oh, wait, this is my draw. Okay.
Huh? No, you get to actually draw a card with the demonic tutor.
Oh, put it in your hand? Oh, cool. Then I draw this also. Even better. Cool. I play Shocked, I'm Sure.
No, that's an Urborg.
Yeah. Yeah, not a Shockland? Yeah,
Yes,
okay.
exactly.
Uh,
When my boss is like, Alex, you're going to be working on the VNAs again today. Wow, I'm shocked. What, you're getting bored of it? No, I mean, like, the static electricity in the VNAs is so bad that I'm constantly getting shocked.
oh, man. Crystal Shard. And say go. I have a ley line. I should have waited, but that's fine. It's an artifact. It's not like it needs haste. Oh, it needs to be paid for. Oh, but with blue. Ah, well. know what? Did you cast a quirk? And
creature to its owner's hand and its controller phase 1.
that's right.
So, hidden strings.
What's that cost? 1 and a blue.
1 and a blue.
Sakashima's more expensive. Let's bounce him unless you pay 1.
I'll pay 1.
Okay.
Heads. It copies. Tails. It copies. I will float. It's going to copy twice. So I float 2 red. And then I untap up to 6 permanents. Well, I untap 2. And then I untap 2. And then, sorry. I float up blue. And then I untap 2. So I've got 2 red and a blue floating. And then this ciphers onto my Krark. So with 2 blue and or 2 red and a blue, 1, 2, so that's 5 mana altogether. I will play a Zinder Splits Judgment. For each player, choose friend or foe. Sorry, first heads, copies, tails, comes back to my hand. I choose friend or foe. For each friend creates a token that's a copy of a creature they control. I get a Sakashima. Each foe returns a creature they control to its owner's hand.
Cool.
So I get a Sakashima. I swing with a Krark.
I'll take 2. And it's Krark.
I cast a Hidden Strings when I deal combat damage to you. Heads. Comes back to my hand. Tails. Copies. Tails. Comes back to my hand. I untap these 2 guys. And then just because hopefully it'll come back to my hand, a Lightning Bolt. Heads. Comes back to my hand. Tails. Comes back to my hand. Heads. Copies. I throw 3 damage at you.
Alrighty.
And it's your turn.
I was going to say, it'll come back to your hand. All 3 of them.
All 3 of them. Throws my hand into the green screen.
Yeah. Oh, man. Alrighty. Is land.
Cycle.
I have a plan. Just 1 more. All right. And so
I will cast a Lightning Bolt at you. Heads. Comes back to my hand. Tails. Comes back to my hand. Heads. Comes back to my hand. I will cast a Lightning Bolt at you.
Oh, fine. All right, yeah.
Heads. Copies. Tails. Comes back to my hand. Heads. Comes back to my hand. Take 3.
Oh, whoa. I go to 30.
Stolen goods.
Your stolen goods are now... Well, you gotta flip the coin, but they might be forfeit.
Heads. Copies. Tails. Copies. Heads. Copies. 4 copies of stolen goods. So target opponent exiles cards from the top of his or her library until he or she exiles a non-land card. Until end of turn, you may cast that card without paying its mana cost.
Panharmonicon.
I get 1.
Sakashima the Imposter.
I get 1.
Brainstorm.
I get 1. Sorry, I'm going to have to flip a coin for this one.
Hero's Downfall.
That can remain exiled. So Sakashima will come into play as a copy of my Sakashima, which enters the battlefield as a copy of my Krark.
So is this not your best Sakashima game? You got to steal by Sakashima?
I brainstorm. Heads. Copies. Tails. Copies. Heads. Comes back to your hand. Tails. Comes back to your hand. I get 2 brainstorms.
Cool.
3. I put 1 in my hand and 2 cards back on top of its owner's library. It'll be these 2. And then I brainstorm. And I put... these 2 back on top of my library. Oh shit, not those 2. Sorry. It didn't occur to me that it's still my turn. So I think it's that one and that one. And I'll play an Ash Barrens for the turn. And it's your turn.
End of your turn. I bounce my Sakashima unless you pay 1.
I'll pay 1.
And also, I Rainstorm.
Nice. You're welcome.
Draw 3, 2 cards in your hand, other at the top of your library in any order. Cool, cool, cool. Sure. No, 2 in my... Oh my god. Can't believe it. Alright.
So many Sakashimas in play.
I know, right? Draw a card. Okay. And now, like I'm good at this game, remembering that.
Tide, Mana Geyser, Battle Hymn. Cards such as these might be good for you, Sir Alex. If you have enough copies of Quark, you will most likely have infinite mana, which could mean infinite bolts, etc. Yeah, that seems cool.
Snapcaster Mage.
Plus one abilities, uses in Mage.
Wait, are you talking about Karn the Great Creator? The one that straight up says if you play Karn Great Creator plus the Mycosynth Lattice, your opponent can't tap lands for mana? Because that seems super useful. Also, that Karn is the one that would turn Azor's Gateway into a creature, and then you make it all creature types with the Rune Stalactite, and then you transform target werewolf. And you flip Azor's Gateway easier than trying to flip Azor's Gateway. Oh, his minus ability doesn't do anything in EDH. Yeah, that's true. Some people have like a certain rule about searching outside the game for things like that.
Snapcaster Demonic. And then I'm going to play a land for the turn.
Cabal Coffers. Makes a lot of sense.
Okay. What do I have? Ironically, not enough land. Not enough mana, but that's fine. Arcane Signet.
Yeah, so like my play group will let you like, if you play Karn, you just pick one of your other decks that you have and you can go look through that deck for an artifact. So like, I would play Karn and I would pick 8.5 Tails because that's where all my swords are, plus my Jit, plus my freaking everything. Wait, my Jit's not an 8.5 Tails. What the fuck am I thinking?
End my turn.
I know what that card was. Wow. All these guys, and not
All these Krarks.
and now they finally have a thumb.
Nice.
Yeah. Damn it. Lightning bolt. So we'll start with the imposter. Heads. Comes back to my hand. Tails. Copies. Heads. Copies. Tails. Comes back to my hand. 3 damage at your Snapcaster, 3 damage at you.
I will bounce my Snapcaster Mage back to my controller's hand unless... owner's hand unless controller pays 1.
Awesome.
And I'll take 3.
Mm-hmm. And then I guess I'll play a fiery motherfucking Gambit. Finally, with a thumb!
Oh man, it's so much Krakashima.
Starting with Sakashima the Imposter, we'll call heads. And it'll come back to my hand. Krark, tails. Comes back to my hand. 1,000 Faces, heads. Comes back to my hand. Heads. Copies, once, thank God. So I get a single copy of Fiery Gambit. Do you guys know what Fiery Gambit is? Do I need to,
I'll read it.
Thank you. So, tails. That's 1.
I mean, they do. They're really good at this game. But...
Heads. That's 2. Tails. That's 2. I deal 3 damage to a guy. It's gonna be your Sakashima the Imposter.
Okay.
Unfortunately. 6 damage to each opponent.
I'll take 6. Go 21.
And I'll move to combat.
All right.
With a Krark, a Sakashima, and a Sakashima.
Fun.
So in at you for 6. Krark hits you, and I cast Hidden Strings. So that's tails, copies, heads, copies, tails, copies. I will get 4 hidden strings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Zinder Split. When Zinder Split enters the battlefield, I can go look through my deck for a Con. I have Chaos. Put it in my hand. And then it's going to be your turn.
You know what occurs to me? I was like, oh man, I can't flash back my Demonic Tutor. Leyline would let me do that, right? So.
Leyline would let you... Yep, would let you flash back your Demonic Tutor. Yep. It doesn't specifically say cast things from your hand?
Yeah, it just says you may cast spells.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, Manchild comes back in just to see the Krark's thumb.
Nice.
Nice. It's like around his neck, I think. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
It's way less, like, it's like nowhere near close to the same art. Yeah, no, because I had already moved to combat. So, it's your turn.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll do it this way. Schwump, giving me a grand
Biddy?
total. Nice.
Biddy's in the stream? It's 3:25. Biddy, what are you doing awake?
I've never heard you so excited to see Biddy around.
Yeah.
That's 7 mana.
Yep. Ninja, thanks for stopping by, man. Really appreciate it. Awesome talking with you this evening. This morning.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed Good Morning Phyrexia, and hope to see you next week.
Yeah. Chromatic Orrery. And now color is not an issue. I mean, it was never an issue. Anyway, no. 5, 6, 7. Runescarred Demon. I don't think I run in Garrick's Wake.
This Braid of Fireside Chat brought to you by another goddamn tutor effect.
Put it into my hand and then shuffle my library. Yeah, I think I have to do it this way. That's fine. And I'm sitting on 3 more beautiful mana.
Beautiful, beautiful mana.
Oh, he passed out during the Superb Owl.
Superb Owl.
People act like you can't say it or they're going to murder you.
Yeah, right.
Anyways.
Have you watched that show at all?
The Super Bowl?
No, the Things We Do in the Dark.
Oh.
It's quite good.
I don't understand the reference. He's new. I will end my turn.
Yeah, they're all vampires.
Yeah.
And like their neighbors invited them to the Superb Owl party. So they like show up like fantastic owl. Just like it's a mountain.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. And you've got a Runescarred Demon.
Oh yeah.
I guess there's only one way to deal with a Runescarred Demon. And it's see how many times we can win a coin flip with Lightning Bolt. Heads. It comes back to my hand. Tails. It copies. That's 1. I draw a card. And heads. I call it correctly. I draw a card. And it copies. Lightning Bolt comes back to my hand. And I throw 6 damage at Runescarred Demon.
I Crystal Shard my own Runescarred Demon.
Wonderful. 6 mana remaining. Let's try to get the Acoan out there.
You can try.
Just because I have issues casting that when it's in my hand because it doesn't do anything as soon as it hits. And then I will move to combat. And I flip a coin until I lose a flip.
Oh, yeah, because he doubles.
So that's 1. Tails. That's 2.
Does he have haste?
No.
Okay.
Tails. So that's 2 cards. He doubles his power and toughness twice.
Right.
And then I flip a coin until I lose a flip. Heads. That's 1. Tails. That's 2. Tails. That's 3. Heads. That's 4. Tails. That's 5. Heads. That's 6. Tails. That's 7. Heads. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That's for him, right? So he's 3 times 2 to the 9th?
Yep. And can't attack this turn.
Is that permanent or is that till the end of turn?
Till the end of turn.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah. No. It's more for the whenever I win a flip, I draw a card.
Okay.
Sorry, whenever a player wins a flip, I draw a card.
Okay.
And you've got 2 mana up.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to attack you with just a Krark.
I will flash out a Snapcaster Mage and let him die.
I'm going to try to lightning bolt it out of the way.
Okay.
Heads. Comes back to my hand. Tails. Copies. And heads. Copies. So 3 at the Snapcaster, 3 at you.
Okay.
And then you take 2.
And 2 from Quark. I go to 10.
I cast a Hidden Strings. That's heads. Shit, I've also won 2 coin flips off of that, so I draw 2 cards to the Cinder Split. It's 1 of each, so it copies. Heads. Copies. And tails. Comes back to my hand. So that's 2 Hidden Strings. I untap up to 4 lands. Or untap up to 4 permanents, I should say. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Second main phase. Seething Song. I float 3 red to my mana pool.
Oh, I've not seen you copy this. This is great.
I'll call heads. Copies. Tails. Comes back to my hand. Heads. Copies. I float 10. So 10 red. Down to 8.
Oh, what cool one.
To 8. And then that's with 1 more. That's 9. Searing Wind. For Krark, that's a heads. That copies.
I only have 10 life.
Tails. Comes back to my hand. Heads. Comes back to my hand. I throw 10 at you.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice, nice. Dude, you know what's going to be cool?